so sorry, apologize for the network. You know, today two things are very important. Network means हमारे connection और दूसरा Wi-Fi का network जो हमें बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. So these two things are really important and if any one of them actually fail, अगर कोई भी एक fail हो जाता है, then आपको वो 2 सेकंड के लिए जो स्ट्रेस देता है ना, उससे ज्यादा स्ट्रेस आई थिंक आज तक किसी ने वो फील ही नहीं किया होगा. Okay, so great. So thank you so much. आपने इतनी patiently मेरे लिए wait किया and I love the welcome. I love the lovely faces that I see here on the screen. And I congratulate each one of you. आप सब अपने आप में एक winner है because आपने already ये सोच लिया है कि आपको कुछ करना है, कहीं तो अपनी पहचान बनानी है and that is like commendable. And when you join such organization like FSI and they are working so hard to build a nation which is confident, build a woman which is empowered and have this kind of trainings for you all wherein aap log actually kuch na kuch seekh rahe ho and that is really really wonderful. So welcome you all again. Now aap log PPT se bore hona chahte ho ya mere sath interactive hoke baat karna chahte ho? What do you prefer? Just comment in the chat box, PPT or interactive. P और I आप चैट बॉक्स में लिख सकते हो, P या I. I वेरी नाइस, क्योंकि मुझे भी पीपीटी बनाने में बहुत बोर लगता है. दो आई एम अ ट्रेनर बट आई डोंट एनकरेज पीपीटी, बट आई विल शो यू वन सिंगल स्लाइड एंड वी विल डू द एंटायर डिस्कशन एंड माय एंटायर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम वुड बी डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट सिंगल स्लाइड. किस किस को सांस लेना आता है? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू कैन ब्रीथ? कितना बेवकूफ वाला सवाल है ना, like people asking how many of you can breathe. So exactly the question is how many of you can correctly breathe? So we all are breathing, right? We all are taking the breath, we all are breathing. हम जब से पैदा हुए हम सांस ही ले रहे हैं, but हमें सही तरीके से breathe करना नहीं आता. और क्योंकि हम सही तरीके से ब्रीदिंग नहीं करते, इसलिए क्या होता है, हमारा बॉडी लैंग्वेज भी सही नहीं होता है. नाउ आप ये सोचोगे कि ब्रीदिंग का और बॉडी लैंग्वेज का क्या कनेक्शन है, बट बोथ हैव अ वेरी वेरी क्या बोलते हैं उसको, what is this called, intrigued connection. मतलब वो जुड़ा हुआ है एक दूसरे के साथ. If you can breathe really well, if you are able to take your breath up and down in the correct sense, is the time that your body language will also be good. Now body language का मतलब जब हम बोलते हैं तो people think only the face, only the gestures or only the posture that you stand. So there are 3 aspects to body language: gesture, posture and facial expressions. So gestures means ये जो कथकली डांस हम लोग करते हैं अपने हाथों से, these are called gestures. Okay, whatever gesture you make with your hands, so might be moving ahead, going back, side, left, right, up, down, all these are called the gestures. The way you stand, sit and walk, the way you stand, sit and walk, these 3 are only known as postures. ठीक है, बॉडी लैंग्वेज में बस ये 3 ही चीजें हैं जिसे हम पोस्चर कहते हैं, वो है स्टैंड, सिट एंड हाउ यू वॉक. एंड फाइनली आता है एक्सप्रेशन, which takes about 90% of our chunk from body language, because we have one face, 2 beautiful eyes, 1 mouth, 1 nose, 2 ears, lot of hairs, and that becomes the integral part. क्यों? Why? Because हम जो बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, अगर वो हमारे शक्ल पे नहीं दिख रहा है, then उसकी कोई सिंक नहीं बैठता है, right? And people believe more on what they see on our face rather than what we are talking through our mouth. ऐसा क्यों है? I'll come back to the breathing, don't worry. मैं बस context set कर रही हूँ. I will teach you how to breathe and why I told you can you breathe nicely. Now the second thing is why it is so people believe more on what they see rather than what they hear is because we can speak only 120 to 140 words per minute. So I am a fast speaker. I control myself when I am into trainings so that people don't get confused कि मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. I'm a very fast speaker. So I can speak maximum up to 140 words per minute. But you know our brain, your दिमाग है, it can process 3000 words per minute. Okay, it has that many thoughts going on. So you all might be sitting here nodding, smiling happily, but in your brain there are 100 of other things which are going on and which can be easily read through your entire body. So if you can only speak 140 words per minute, where are the rest of the words going? So they go through your body, they go through your gestures, they go through your facial expressions, they go through your smile, they go through your body, the way you stand, sit, and talk to us. Okay, so that is the entire context of body language. Why body language is very important? Because one, body language shows, because whatever is seen from head to toe is your body. ठीक है, तो जब भी आप किसी से मिलते हैं तो सबसे पहले आपकी बॉडी दिखती है, राइट? सेकंड दिखता है कि आपने क्या पहना है, व्हाट इज योर अपीयरेंस, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ऑरा यू आर कैरिंग थ्रू. थर्ड जो चीज आती है वो है हाउ आर यू वॉकिंग, हाउ आर यू स्टैंडिंग, हाउ इज योर फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन. सो योर बॉडी लैंग्वेज बिकम्स अ मच क्रिटिकल फैक्टर इवन बिफोर यू हैव ओपनड योर माउथ. ओके, सो आपने हमेशा ये बोला होगा ना कि यार वो क्या बंदा था या क्या बंदी थी जो रूम में आई बट मुंह खोला तो पैसे गिर गए. ठीक है, ये हम सब ने सुनी हुई है ये कहानी. यू नो, व्हेन अ पर्सन स्टार्ट्स टॉकिंग द एंटायर थिंग गोज ऑफ, बट before he started talking or before she started talking, there was something which has already made an impression on you, and that was his appearance, the way he behaved, the way I am just using he because we are female, so I'll always talk about the opposite sex. So as I'm a socho, but it's all about, it's gender neutral. Body language, expression, appearance, they are all gender neutral. And when you have to make a first impression, when you have to really inspire people, when you have to really captivate them कि नहीं मुझे सुनना ही है आपको, you have to have a perfect body language. Now, why did I say that? Can you breathe? Okay, now all of you sit straight. Just sit straight. Okay, some of you might be sitting straight. Now, when I tell people to sit straight, तो अगर हम ऐसे बैठे हैं तो हम बस ऐसे हो जाते हैं. Okay, this is straight. But actually, how do you sit straight is whenever you are in a forward position, जब आप किसी forward position पे होते हैं, okay, and आपको कोई बोलता है sit straight, so just don't go back. These are your shoulders. So roll your shoulders. Just do one simple activity. Roll your shoulders. Okay, put it just below your ears. ये आपके कान है. Put your shoulder just below your ears. Don't stiff. इतना stiff होने की जरूरत नहीं है. मुनमुन. Relax. Okay, just relax. So roll your shoulders, put it just below your ears. Okay, and then just move your hands ऊपर नीचे आगे पीछे करिए. And now, okay, just stretch your body. The more you stretch, the more air gets into your body. Okay, stretch करिए. Relax all your stress. जो भी आपका stress है, just relax. Move your hands. Up, down, side. Do the shake. Come on, shake. You must have been dancing, right? So shake. Just relax. Okay. Now put your hands down on your lap. Now put your hands down on your lap, on the table, wherever you want to put. So that is how you actually move back and sit straight. Now publicly इतना shake मत करना, नहीं तो लोग बोलेंगे क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे शाकला का पुप्पू, right? So whenever people ask you to sit straight, in body language, sitting straight is very important. Now, how do you sit straight? I'm sure in your posture classes, you have been taught that how do you sit straight when your spine is actually straight. Now, spine हमारा straight नहीं है, spine तो S है, but जब वो straight position बनाता है, perfect S बनाता है, that is our straight body language position. Now, when you are sitting straight, now you breathe. Okay, take a deep breath, but you have to breathe not from your neck, not from your chest. You have to breathe directly from your abdomen. Directly from your abdomen. So how do you do that? So your right hand, put it on your abdomen, and your left hand, put it on your chest. So when you breathe, your right hand should move out and come in. Your chest should not move. So are you able to do that? Is it easy? Is it easy or is it difficult? For few, it might be easy. People who are practicing yoga, people who are practicing pranayam, people who are practicing daily breathing exercises, it becomes an easier task for them. But that is the right way of breathing. And when you breathe like this, you will see that your body has automatically become straight. क्योंकि आप झुक के breathe कर ही नहीं सकते. Okay, आप जब अगर झुके हो गए, आपकी body language अगर low है या अगर आपकी body language slouched है या covered है, you will not be able to breathe properly. So if you have to make your body stand erect, okay, if you have to have a posture which is tall, while you sit, you have to look tall. So however short you are, if you are actually sitting tall, you can look tall. right? If you have to walk with confidence and you have to show people that you are really confident, your body language has to be really, really confident. That is the key mantra. And for that body to become straight, you have to start breathing. Because without breathing, अगर आप abdomen breathing कर रहे हो तो आपकी body language हमेशा straight ही होगी. Okay, now I'll not be teaching you how to sit, how to stand, how to walk, because you all are expert into it. I think being in a beauty pageant, you all have been already doing this in regular basis. What I want to talk to you about today is body language में क्या factors होते हैं. Okay, so what is proxemics, what is haptics, what is oculics? So these are certain terminology that we use in body language and why it is important. Okay, so just give me 2 seconds. I'll just share my screen with you. All of you are able to see my screen? Anybody just give me a thumbs up, virtual thumbs up. Okay, great. So let the body talk. Okay, body has a language and it talks, and you have to follow that language for an effective, confident, to show that you are confident, to show that you have effective communication. Sometimes it happens that your words might not be that confident. Okay, आप जो बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, चाहे वो इतना confidently आप नहीं बोल पा रहे, but अगर आपकी body language बहुत strong है, बहुत ही effective है, the word goes across. Okay, the message grows across people and they really love to listen to you. Fine. So let's get ahead. Okay, so who can just, any one of you, unmute and let me know what does this line mean? Your gestures precedes your words. किसी को ये line समझ में आई? Your gestures precedes your words.
May I?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So people, before listening to their words, they will always observe the way you gesture certain actions.
Absolutely. So people, before they listen to your words, even before you have started talking, your gestures have already gone through them. Okay. So you all smiling on the screen and on the digital platform, it has become much more important. Now, whatever I'm going to talk about in the next 20-30 minutes is applicable both digitally and physically. So don't think that it's only in the digital era that we are talking. So we are talking only about digital presence. No. It's equivalently important in your physical presence also when you meet people physically. So yes, you are right. It means that your gestures always precedes the way you talk. So whenever I'm talking, you might be watching at my gestures first, my expression first, and then you might be listening and registering my words. You all are here to win this beautiful, beautiful crown, okay, in some way or the other. And apart from how you answer that question in that final round of top 10, your body language would have been speaking much more. Because I think in beauty pageants, in the way you talk, you carry yourself, you stand, you poise, you exhibute that confidence. जो आप confidence अपनी शक्ल से दिखाते हैं ना, वो सबसे ज़्यादा important रहता है. Okay, more than how you are answering it. If you are confident through this single face, the beautiful faces that you have, I think you have already won the crown. So all the best to all of you. How many of you, this is just for, a break that I have written. How many of you remember this episode जहाँ पे Cristiano Ronaldo ने बस 2 bottle Coke की यहाँ से वहाँ कर दिया and Coke का price कम हो गया? Anybody knows this about, किसी को ये incident के बारे में पता है? नहीं. So this is a very famous incident. आप जाओगे YouTube पे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा. So Cristiano Ronaldo Euro 2020 के बाद he was in a conference. वो आप conference में वो बात कर रहे थे and उनके टेबल पे 2 कोक की बॉटल रखी हुई थी. Now Cristiano Ronaldo does not drink Coke. Okay, he does not endorse Coke. He does not endorse anything. He didn't say a single word. एक चीज नहीं बोली उसने कि इसको हटा दो. उसने क्या किया? बस 2 कोक की बॉटल उठाई, हाथ में ली और दूसरे जगह रख दी. इससे कोक का शेयर मार्केट 50% गिर गया. Right? So that is the power of your body language. Of course, he's a celebrity and everything. That's absolutely fine. But that is the power of body language. He didn't say anything. He didn't utter a word. He didn't make any expression. He just moved the bottle from here to there. Okay. Now, second person who actually uses body language a lot is Queen Elizabeth. Now, Queen Elizabeth, if she has various gestures, okay, agar unka purse hai, okay, if you know she carries colorful purses. Now these purses are not just to keep money and wallet. Unko money ke rakhne ki kya zarurat hai? Purse mein unko kya chahiye? Unko kuch nahi chahiye purse ke andar, kuch bhi nahi hota hai, not even a comb. But she carries these purse because that purse is a signal for his counterpart. तो उनके जो भी counterpart होते हैं या bodyguard होते हैं, अगर उनका purse जब तक नीचे है, okay, so you know that on table when you are on conversing, जब आप किसी से बात करते हो, it's not a good idea to keep the purse on the table. So your purse should always be down on your left hand side, below the chair or under the table, wherever you want to keep. Now when the queen says that I'm done, so she will not say that I'm done. She will just pick up the purse and keep it on the table. That's a simple gesture she does. वो एक simple gesture होता है कि बस purse नीचे से उठा के वो table पे रख देती है, and everybody knows the meeting is over. She doesn't have to even say. So that is the power of body language and gestures and expressions. Okay. So that I just put it up for the context of you so that you can understand why body language is so important and why it is talked about so much. So what is your body telling you to the others? So as per, this is the rule set by Albert Mehrabian, who is a renowned professional and psychologist. He said that 55% of your communication is through your behavior and body language. Means your body is the most important thing. Take control over it. Apart from body language comes your tone of voice, the way, the tone. It's not what you are saying, but how you are saying it. The complete tone of it, the way you are saying, the tonality, the sound, the pitch, everything, the volume, everything comes into that section. And finally, only 7% is your words. So 7% is the final content, but you should not undermine the power of content also. But before your content is delivered, पहले कि आपका content कोई सुने, पहले तो audience तो होनी चाहिए ना, लोग तो होने चाहिए आपको सुनने के लिए, आपको देखने के लिए, right? आप जो इतने beautifully walk करोगे ramp पे, तो अगर आप confidently walk नहीं करोगे, आप अपने कपड़ों को confidently नहीं showcase करोगे, modeling सही से नहीं करोगे, अपने expressions के through, अपने gestures के through, या अपने walk के through, तो कौन देखने आएगा आपको? Nobody, right? So 55% is the body language. That is the whole story. Now, body language means gesture, postures, movements that I have already expressed. Why it is important? Need for communicating through body is because first, it reinforces the spoken word. So if I have to tell you this is important, if I tell this is important, there are two impacts to it. So when I add my body, when I add my gesture to what I'm speaking, it always reinforces the spoken word. You can also replace the spoken word. Okay. So when the queen has to say, I have to leave, she just वो एक gesture करती है कि purse नीचे से उठा के table पे रख देती है, and that is the only said word. She does not have to say, right? Use their bodies to make visual signs. So sign language again is very, very important. So you stop, all these things are very important. And in some countries, sign languages are taken very, very seriously, right? So what sign languages we use in India might not be the same that we use in foreign countries. So when you go for cross-culture kind of a meeting or cross-culture kind of a environment, understanding body language, understanding the signs, understanding the unspoken words becomes very, very important. That is why sign language is also a most important thing that you should be learning. And their voices to make oral for non-verbal communication and signals. Okay. Now, this is what I was talking about. Body language has got different aspects. Haptics, that means the language of touch, the way you touch and feel things, the way you touch and feel people. So haptics mein generally aa jate hain aapke handshakes, namaste, all these greetings that comes. Next is proxemics. Proximus is the science of studying spaces, not the space that we have up on top, but spaces that we occupy. That is called proximus. Then is the kinesics. Kinesics means the way you walk, stand, talk to people. Oculesics again is the sign of, smell, the sign of eye contact, eyes movement and everything. And finally is the sign language. So we are not going through the entire process, but what is most important today is this proxemics, because haptics, we are not touching people, social distancing hai, hum kisi ko touch nahi kar rahe, right? So wo hamare liye itna important nahi hai filhal, but proxemics is very, very important. And aap bologe proximus विजुअल आई मीन ऑनलाइन मीडिया पे कैसे आता है, राइट? नाउ proxemics means the study of space and how we use it. So there is a space around us. ओके हमारी बॉडी के आसपास भी ना एक स्पेस है जो इस तरह से मेजर की जाती है. ओके सो द फर्स्ट स्पेस इज कॉल्ड द इंटीमेट स्पेस. मतलब जब सिर्फ इतना डिस्टेंस होता है, ओनली वन palm. If there is a distance between two people of only one palm, that is called the intimate distance, which is basically your partners and your core family member. Then comes the personal space. Okay, now हम बोलते हैं ना personal space है, don't get into my personal space, don't get into this. So that is what you mean by personal space, which is mostly like half a inch hand. तो जब हम handshake करते हैं, आपकी साइड का जो half hand होता है from here to here, okay, from your tip to your elbow, this is called this is a distance of around 18 inches. वहां पे जहाँ पे आपके फ्रेंड्स एंड आपके एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली मेंबर्स जाते हैं. ओके सो व्हेन यू गो एंड मीट पीपल यू डू हैंडशेक्स. पहले हम हैंडशेक करते थे तो उतना डिस्टेंस, इफ यू अगर आप अपना पकड़ोगे तो इट्स वन हैंड डिस्टेंस, अगर दोनों का पकड़ोगे तो इट्स वन हैंड शेक डिस्टेंस. सो बिटवीन टू पीपल इट्स अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ वन हैंड शेक, राइट? So that is called the personal space wherein your friends and your extended family members come in. Then comes the social space. Now, what is social space? Social space is basically your acquaintance, right? So your acquaintance, where your known people, your neighbors, and all these people come. And finally is your colleagues, right? So this is the social space. So जब हम social gathering में जाते हैं या हम किसी party में जाते हैं या हम अपने ऑफिस मीट में जाते हैं तो वो सारा हम एक सोशल डिस्टेंस मेंटेन करते हैं. एंड फाइनली इज द पब्लिक स्पेस. पब्लिक स्पेस क्या है? अब जैसे आप एयरपोर्ट्स पे जाते हो, राइट, स्ट्रेंजर से किसी मिलते हो, या आप किसी कॉन्सर्ट में गए हो जहाँ पे बहुत दूर कोई बंदा खड़ा है, देन यू आर इन द पब्लिक स्पेस. सो वो सारी चीजों को हम पब्लिक स्पेस बोलते हैं. नाउ हाउ डू यू इम्प्लीमेंट दिस? So today we'll be talking about this on our social media presence or on a virtual meeting presence. Now ये सारी चीजों को आप अपने virtual meeting में कैसे करें? तो जैसे कि अगर आप अपने hand gestures भी use कर रहे होंगे, so you are supposed to use your hands. Virtual meeting है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हाँ आप हाथ नीचे करके सिर्फ कैमरे में देखो या स्क्रीन में इधर उधर देखो और बात करो. You have to use your hands because without these hand gestures you can't explain people what exactly are you telling. अगर हाथ बंद करके बात करोगे तो कोई भी एक्सप्रेशन उन तक नहीं पहुंचेगी. ठीक है, तो आप अपने हैंड्स को यूज करते हो. नाउ आप हैंड्स कैसे यूज करोगे? अब आप बहुत ज्यादा भी नहीं करोगे, बहुत कम भी नहीं करोगे, मीडियम से यूज करोगे और फिर इन स्पेसेस का भी ध्यान रखोगे. सो जैसे हम बैठते हैं, ओके, सो when you automatically start sitting straight and maintaining a straight body language, you will see that between your laptop camera and you there is a distance of almost one hand. अगर आप हाथ आगे करो, everybody just put your hands in front. Okay, so there is a distance of around one hand between you and your system. That is the distance you should be maintaining when you are in virtual meetings, right? Now you can touch it, you can't touch it, थोड़ा सा गैप भी हो सकता है, that's absolutely okay. But अगर आपको सही में अपनी जो अपना पोर्ट्रेट मोड है उसके थ्रू आपको एक्सप्रेस करना है, या आपकी बॉडी क्योंकि दिखती है उतनी ही दिखती है फ्रेम के अंदर. सो फ्रेम में जब आप फिट होते हो तो आपके ऑफकोर्स दोनों साइड सेम डिस्टेंस होना चाहिए, आपके ऊपर ज्यादा डिस्टेंस नहीं होना चाहिए. that all you must have learned. But when you are talking about body language, first thing, sit straight, put a one hand distance from your system. That is the distance you should be keeping when you are in a listening or a talking or even a meeting thing. Even if you are typing on the system, this is the distance you should maintain because it's good for your eyes. As simple as it is. आप ना ज्यादा अंदर नहीं झुकोगे. अगर मैं इतना झुकूंगी तो you are like I'm encroaching in your personal space. Okay, so I'll be encroaching in your personal space, which nobody would like. Okay, and this is not the right posture also to sit. This is not the right body language that I should be exhibiting. You would read me. आपको लगेगा जैसे मैं आपके अंदर घुस गई हूँ. ठीक है, तो आपको किसी के अंदर घुसना भी नहीं है, आपको किसी के अंदर बहुत दूर भी नहीं जाना है. तो you are not going too way back. तो आपके सिस्टम से आपका डिस्टेंस 1 हैंड ही होना चाहिए एंड आप इंटीमेट, पर्सनल एंड सोशल एंड पब्लिक डिस्टेंस को मेंटेन करोगे। तो जनरली हम क्या होता है, जब हम इस तरह के वर्चुअल मीटिंग में होते हैं तो हम जनरली पर्सनल एंड सोशल के बीच में होते हैं। ओके, हम पर्सनल और सोशल डिस्टेंस मेंटेन करके चलते हैं, बिकॉज उससे क्या होगा कि बंदा हमको देख भी सकता है, हम उनको सही से सुन भी सकेंगे एंड वी कैन इवन रिप्लाई। सो हम अपने फिंगर्स को यूज करके अपने कीपैड पे वी कैन म्यूट एंड अनम्यूट आवरसेल्फ आल्सो फास्ट। अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा दूर रहेंगे, जैसे बच्चे, आपने बच्चों को देखा है ऑनलाइन क्लास करते वक्त, I mean, if all of you have kids, I have a 5-year-old. So when he does his online class, he's sitting like this. But when he has to mute and unmute, he goes inside the system and then he does a mute and unmute. जबकि वो ऐसे कर सकता है, but then he does it. So don't become a kid. Maintain a specific distance so that it becomes easier. Now, when you are in this kind of a space, personal and social के बीच में जब आप होते हो, तो आपकी पूरी बॉडी फ्रेम बहुत ही परफेक्टली दिखती है। ओके, जब परफेक्टली आपकी बॉडी फ्रेम दिखती है तो आप जो भी कर रहे हो यहाँ पे वो बिल्कुल विजिबल रहेगा। तो अगर आप स्लाउच कर रहे हो तो भी विजिबल रहेगा, अगर आप स्ट्रेट बैठे हो वो भी विजिबल रहेगा, आप स्लांट करके बैठे हो वो भी विजिबल रहेगा। तो दीज आर ऑल साइंस दैट
बढ़िया।
हाँ जी, ये ना स्टिच करना है हल्का हल्का।
2 महीने बाद, साल 2 साल
can I ask somebody to mute please? Great, thank you so much. So this is the 4 spaces that you should maintain. So these are the examples, like intimate में आपके बच्चे, आपके family member आते हैं, personal में friends आते हैं, social में office आते हैं, and public में like it's in the public forum that you are really going to. Now next come is gazing. Okay, your eye contact. Body language में eye, how you look and how you maintain an eye contact is very very important. जब आपके screen पे there are more than 10-20 people, you of course look through everyone, but you have to look through straight in the camera. जो camera की light होती है, when you have to maintain an eye contact with people, you have to look straight through the camera. That is the only mantra that is there to maintain an eye contact. Now when you are looking to people in the social, or जब आप physically किसी से मिलते हो, okay, now the best part is जब आप online mode पे होते हो, तो अगर आपकी आई कांटेक्ट ऊपर से थोड़ी भी नीचे जाती है ना तो वो दिख जाती है। ओके, सिमिलरली इन द पब्लिक स्पेस। सो दिस इज द 3 zones. Please don't annotate. Please don't annotate. Yeah. So these are the 3 zones of gazing. So you can look into this. So this between your 2 eyes and the temple of your head. Okay, between the 2 eyes and temple of your head, that is called power gazing. Now, what is power gazing? When you are in business meets, when you are in your formal meets, that is the area that you should be looking to. That is the only area that you should be looking towards to, so that your eye contact is proper. जब आप social gatherings में होते हो, जब आप informal meetings में होते हो, अपने friends and family के साथ होते हो, you can always go to the social gazing. Now, what is social gazing? Including this, you can also go down till the mouth. Okay, so make a triangle till the mouth. So that is the only angle that you need to see. That means the entire focus is on your face. इससे क्या होगा कि आपकी आई कांटेक्ट भी बनी रहेगी, एंड अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं मैं ज्यादा देर आई कांटेक्ट नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, देन आप ऑफ कोर्स अपनी आंखें थोड़ी नीचे ऊपर कर सकते हैं. But when it goes beyond your lips, that becomes an intimate gazing, and that is not correct. In any kind of gatherings you are, this is not the correct way, not even on visual screens. तो अगर आप जैसे इस तरह की मीटिंग्स में भी हो तो भी आप किसी को ऐसे करके नहीं घूर सकते, right? So what you have to practice is, you have to practice, आपको practice करनी है power gaze and social gaze. So power gaze and social gaze means आपको देखना है from the mid of your forehead to the mid of your lips, इतनी and 2 eyes. So ये area, ये diamond shape जो बनेगा, आप इतने से एरिया में ही अपना आई कांटेक्ट मेंटेन कर सकते हैं. एंड उससे क्या होगा कि आपकी आंखें बहुत ज्यादा नीचे भी नहीं जाएंगी, ऐसा भी नहीं लगेगा कि आप बिल्कुल ही आई कांटेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं. ओके, अगर आपको लगता है कि आप आई कांटेक्ट लंबे समय तक नहीं कर पाते, या आप घूरने लगते हैं, या कोई भी आपको घूरने लगता है, यू आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल, जस्ट मूव योर गेज हियर एंड देयर, बट डोंट गो बियॉन्ड, डोंट गो ऑन टॉप, अदरवाइज ऐसे ऊपर और एकदम ऐसे नीचे लगेगा. ठीक है, और कैमरे में स्ट्रेट देखना है जब आप विजुअल, ऑफ कोर्स जब आप ऑनलाइन ये कर रहे हैं तो, मीटिंग कर रहे हैं तो. अदरवाइज ऑफ कोर्स जब आप पर्सनली किसी से मिलते हैं, अगर आपके फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली, प्रोफेशनल जो भी है, just keep your gaze still here. That is the only gaze that you need to maintain in this zone. This is the only gaze that you need to maintain in the personal and the social zone. Now, intimate zone, that is very, very personal to you all. That is not the point of discussion, because with your kids, with your better half, with your girlfriend, boyfriends, your zones can differ. Okay, your intimate zone can have different rules. But when you are in personal, आप जब personal और social में होते हो, तब आपको ये gaze, ये eye contact ही maintain करना है, especially with a erect body. Fine. So when you are maintaining a social gaze, eye contact is equated to honesty and confidence. अगर आप आई कांटेक्ट नहीं मेंटेन कर रहे हैं, वो स्माइल नहीं दे रहे हैं लोगों को, तो लोगों को लगेगा आप झूठ बोल रहे हैं, आप कॉन्फिडेंट बिल्कुल ही नहीं है. ये सारी चीजें आ जाती है जब हम बॉडी लैंग्वेज डिकोड करते हैं. Okay, so there are tips to decode body language. Now, what are the tips to decode body language? Okay, just guess the expression. Can anybody guess all the 9 expressions? You can write in the chat box. ये 9 expressions, you can just write in the chat box. What are these 9 expressions all about? How many of you can identify these 9 expressions? I didn't get any answer till now. Just in ये नौ expression कौन से हैं आपको लिखना है chat box में. जल्दी जल्दी. Happy, shocked, frustrated, sad, shocked, confused, irritated, surprised, bored, true, nervous, anger. Great, great, great. Thank you. So study के हिसाब से ये कहा जाता है कि एक इंसान 9 एक्सप्रेशन बना सकता है. इसीलिए जब when you talk about these all dance forms, or when you talk about drama and all these things, उन्हें बोला जाता है 9 रस, right? 9 रस का नाम दिया जाता है हमारे एक्सप्रेशंस को. But to be surprised, a human face can make more than 36,000 expressions. Okay, एक भी frown इधर-इधर हो गया, एक भी nose थोड़ा ऊपर हो गया, कोई किसी ने smile ज्यादा कर दी, किसी ने smile कम कर दी, वो सारे expressions में गिने जाते हैं. बट इन सारे एक्सप्रेशंस को इन 9 कैटेगरीज में ही डिवाइड की जाती है. इसलिए हम बोलते हैं ना कि हम हैप्पी है बस. नाउ हैप्पी में भी डिफरेंट है, डिग्रीज ऑफ हैप्पीनेस है. आइदर यू आर हैप्पी, यू आर इलेटेड, यू आर एक्साइटेड. सो दीज डिफरेंट डिग्रीज गिव्स डिफरेंट एक्सप्रेशंस. ओके, सो हाउ डू यू एक्चुअली आइडेंटिफाई दिस एक्सप्रेशन इज थ्रू द जैसे जैसे आपकी आंखें. नाउ अगर आपकी आंखें छोटी हो रही है, कभी भी जब भी कोई आंखें छोटी होती है एंड फ्राउन्स पड़ते हैं, दे आर ऑल साइंस ऑफ नेगेटिव एक्सप्रेशंस लाइक सैडनेस, फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, anger, all these things. And when your eyes go wide open and your smile gets wider, it's all said to be all in a happier, enjoyment, surprised, all these kinds of expressions. ठीक है. So हमको जब बॉडी लैंग्वेज में डिकोड करना होता है, तो जितने भी आप देखोगे बॉडी की क्लोज पोजिशन होती है. कभी भी देखो बॉडी की जब भी क्लोज पोजीशन होगी, whenever your body is closed, might be even just simple like आपको ठंड लगती है आप क्लोज कर लेते हो, that is also a close thing. बट उस वक्त भी आप देखोगे तो यू आर नॉट अ वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट पर्सन. तो जब आपकी बॉडी जितनी क्लोज्ड होगी उतने आप अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट दिखोगे, और आपकी बॉडी जितनी ओपन होगी, जितना आप स्पेस प्रोवाइड यूज करोगे, उतने ही आप कॉन्फिडेंट दिखोगे. उससे कॉन्सेप्ट आता है द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ पावर पोजेस. ओके, द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ पावर पोजेस. नाउ द सुपरमैन पोज. सुपरमैन देखा है आपने सुपरमैन को, राइट? तो सुपरमैन जब ऐसे उड़ता है या ऐसे खड़े होते हैं, so whenever you are occupying a larger space, so when you put your hands out, your chest are out, your body is straight, your legs are wide open, you are occupying a more space. तो जैसे ही आप जितना ज्यादा स्पेस ऑक्यूपाई करोगे, उतने ज्यादा आप कॉन्फिडेंट दिखोगे, उतने ही ज्यादा आपको अंदर से कॉन्फिडेंस आएगी. आप लोग हील्स पे क्यों वॉक करते हो? व्हाई डू यू वॉक ऑन हील्स? व्हाई डोंट यू वॉक ऑन फ्लैट्स? वन क्वेश्चन. Anybody who want to answer? Why do you walk on heels and not on flats? Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think because when we walk in heels, हमारा जो posture होता है, we tend to become straight, so that we automatically feel confident, and therefore I think it's very good to walk in heels rather than when we walk in flats, we can move ऐसे, कि कैसे भी चल सकते हैं. So I think maybe this is the reason.
स्मार्ट लुक लगते
तो
हैं।
आप जब हील्स पे, हाँ, जब आप फ्लैट्स पे वॉक करते हो तो फ्लैट के पास ऑलरेडी बहुत जगह है, वो जमीन पे ऐसे फ्लैट हो जाती है, और जब वो जमीन पे फ्लैट हो जाती है तो आप भी ऐसे फ्लैट हो जाते हो, चल लो कैसे भी चल रहा है, क्या करना है, घर ही तो जाना है, बाजार ही तो जाना है। बट जब आप हील्स पे वॉक करते हो, ऑफ कोर्स हील्स की जो नोक होती है उसकी जगह छोटी होती है, तो उसको बैलेंस आउट करने के लिए यू हैव टू बी टॉल। ओके, सो यू हैव टू बी काउंटर, आप हमेशा काउंटर करते हो किसी भी चीज को, आप देखोगे तो यू हैव टू काउंटर द एनर्जी टू मेंटेन योर बॉडी। तो सेंटर ऑफ एनर्जी होती है हर बॉडी की, राइट, एवरीबडी हैज गॉट दैट सेंटर जहाँ पे वो बैलेंस आउट होता है। अगर वो सेंटर खराब हो गया तो आप गिर जाते हो, राइट। तो उसी तरह से जब आप हील्स पे वॉक करते हो तो आप अपने बॉडी को चौड़ा करते हो, ओपन अप करते हो, टॉल करते हो, ताकि आप ज्यादा स्पेस ऑक्यूपाई करो, क्योंकि वो हील जो है वो ज्यादा स्पेस ऑक्यूपाई नहीं करती, हील बहुत कम स्पेस ऑक्यूपाई करती है, एंड देयर इज अ fear that you will fall. So to maintain that, your body has to actually open up. आप heels पहन के ऐसे नहीं कर सकते. Even I can't sit like this on heels. Okay, if you are wearing heels, you will automatically sit straight. You will cross your legs and you will maintain a good posture. So that is why it is said that if you want to have good body language, please start identifying where are you closing your body and when are you opening your body. वो एक conscious effort होना चाहिए. ठीक है, सो बॉडी लैंग्वेज कैन गो ऑन एंड ऑन एंड ऑन, बट टू गिव यू द क्रक्स ऑफ द स्टोरी इज ऑलवेज टेक मोर स्पेस व्हेन यू हैव टू एग्जीक्यूट अ कॉन्फिडेंट बॉडी लैंग्वेज एंड ब्रीथ फ्रॉम योर स्टमक. दीज टू थिंग्स यू शुड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर. अगर आपको चाहिए कि आपकी कॉन्फिडेंट बॉडी होए, अगर आप चाहिए कि यू नो, I'll just stop the share. My session is done. We can go to the questions also, right? So, अगर आप चाहते हो कि confidence exhibit होए, not before even you start talking, your body has to talk first. And for that, confident body language, stand straight, breathe well. That are the two things that you need to practice every single day. Even on the virtual platform, don't forget the proxemics, okay? The space का जो मैंने आपको सिखाया कि the intimate space, the personal space, and the social space. You are always between the personal and the social space when you are on a laptop. So now if I start talking like this, like my hands are coming very close to you, that becomes your personal space. I will invade your personal space. So always keep your gestures as close to you, but also as open as possible. Don't go like this, but keep it open and keep it within the space of the other person and you, so that you both are comfortable, right? So I hope you had some insight into why body language is so important. It's an entire course on its own, but thanks to Harry, she gave me a chance to come and speak to you for the 20-30 minute session that I had. And I hope that you all would be breathing well from now on and standing tall. Thank you so much. Thank you, Harry, for the amazing opportunity.
Thank you so much. And I think that was one insightful session. Of course, breathing well is something that everybody understands now. And I am sure Sonu is all open to taking any kinds of questions and interactions. So in case anybody has one, please go ahead, unmute yourself, and you can have a word with her.
If you have any questions, you can just unmute yourself or type in the chat box. I'm open to answer your questions.
I think they seem pretty sorted, and I have shared social media details of Sonu, and you can always reach out to her and follow her for more such insights, and I'm sure it's going to be, you know, worth it. So Sonu, I think the ladies seem pretty sorted. They do not seem to have a question, and thank you so much for being here with us today. You know, it was an absolute pleasure and very, very insightful for that matter. Got a lot to learn, me personally as well, although my video had to be off because of some work specifics. So thank you so much, and we shall take your leave. I'll just have some words with the participants post that.
Thank you so much. Thank you all, and all the best to all of you. May you all get the crown soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you. Have a happy evening.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you.